Hello everybody! Today we are going to talk about how we got started on keto.
Dancing in the kitchen in the pale moonlight. Only care in the world is that our kids are alright.
We've had a lot of people asking us for things like meal plans and exactly what we do and things like that since we've had so much success lately. And so we just wanted to share with you how we got started.
We are not professionals or doctors or weight loss instructors. We don't know everything about keto. We probably don't do it textbook, but it works for us and we figured we'd share what works.
So the first thing we get asked about are what keto is, what the diet consists of. And for many it seems a lot like Atkins, and it is. It's a lot like Atkins, except for Atkins and the keto diet are very similar in protein and fat, and keto has you at a very low carb, a moderate protein, and high fat. Good healthy fats like butter and coconut oil and things of that nature. Yeah. So like the best thing that you can do really if you want to count exactly your macros would be to go to like a macro calculator. Keto Connect has one on their website, or you can just Google keto macro calculator and it'll tell you what you need for your body type. What I started out doing was just trying to keep my carbs as low as I could. I didn't even really focus on fat or protein at first. I just counted my carbs and tried to keep it under 20 net carbs.
Net carbs are when you take the total carbohydrates and subtract the fiber and if there's sugar alcohols.
If you're under 20 net carbs, you're almost guaranteed to be in ketosis, which is the goal. So the easiest way to do keto is to keep your carbs under 20 grams. And honestly, at first, I was having like a piece of chocolate a day that wasn't technically keto, and I probably was over on macros and things like that, but it was just to help me through that first period, and now I don't really crave that as much as I used to.
I mean, I still eat chocolate almost every day. I really don't eat that much during the day until I get home, so I feel like I could fit 1 or 2 pieces of chocolate in and be okay. Because I do have a weight loss goal, but this is like, if I'm going to live this lifestyle, I can't not have chocolate. I'm going to eat what I want if I want it.
And that's the other thing. You don't have to be perfect, unless you want to be, which is fine.
Yeah, you can be really strict.
You can be really
It's
strict
not that hard to be strict.
But we just choose to enjoy life, and like we're not making ourselves miserable on this diet. We eat what we like within the diet, and for the most part we stick with it during the week. It's the weekends that kind of, I don't want to say mess us up, because we don't like go all out or anything like that, but if we're out at a restaurant and the kids have french fries on their plate, sometimes I take 1 or 2. But I'm not making a whole meal, a cheap meal. Like I'm not having a whole plate worth of just carb galore. I'm just taking like a bite. That's just how we have found it to work the best for us, because like he said, we want to make it a lifestyle. We want to make our house a healthier household in general. So if that means that every now and again we feel the desire to take a bite of something, we're not going to dwell on it forever.
Hop back on that wagon. Eat it, get over it.
At first, we did like a lot of research on things. We didn't just jump into something and not really know what we were doing. We kind of like watched YouTube videos and kind of had an idea of what we wanted to do.
There's a lot of scientific stuff that could go into it.
Yeah.
I choose not to get into it because I don't know what half the stuff is.
We didn't overwhelm ourselves with the information, but at the same time we had a general idea of what everything meant.
So our first couple weeks, mainly her, noticed she was tired a lot. And keto, the big thing is everybody says you get more energy and more cognitive alertness. So she was feeling really tired, so we decided to get into fat bombs to up the fat. Maybe that is what she was missing. She was not eating carbs, but she also wasn't eating that much fat. So the fat bombs seemed to work, right?
Mm-hmm. And I started adding MCT oil into my coffee sometimes, and that worked a lot too.
A big keto staple that you'll see in everybody's channel if you look up keto YouTube is bulletproof coffee. I think it's weird. I don't think have you ever tried it?
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Butter in your coffee. It's smooth. I'm just not a fan of it, but we still put, instead of sugar, we use stevia. We still use heavy whipping cream. And you put MCT oil in your coffee. It's bulletproof coffee without the butter, essentially.
I think you should
I'm
try
not like
it.
anti-bulletproof coffee. I just don't enjoy it at all.
Don't spend millions of dollars on the keto diet. Like, try things.
Unless you have $1 million.
If you have $1 million.
If you do.
We've bought things slowly. We also have been working out religiously. Well, not this one.
Not me.
Typically, I schedule in that I'm going to work out 5 days a week for an hour at a time. So that's helped with my weight loss too. I don't want to make this like a keto's the only way that I've lost, like all I did was keto and I lost all this weight. No, I've been working very hard, but I do think that a bulk of it, the majority of it, is my nutrition. Some tips that we've learned along the way. 1, start making fat bombs. Like, just make the easy ones, not the ones that you have to buy a bunch of ingredients for, but you'll love them. Just make them.
Tip number 2, drink a lot of water.
I think you can add salt to that tip.
Yeah, well, salt and water. Tip number 3.
Tip number 3,
Forget about what people tell you.
be open-minded. Don't say, well, I've always heard you can't eat fat. Fat is bad for you.
Low fat.
It depends on what kind of a diet you want and what kind of a diet works best for you. So just be open-minded, try something new, try the keto diet, try seeing if your body works better on fat. And if it doesn't, just go back to the way you were eating.
Tip number 4. Look up recipes and try them out. You can go off of just eating meat and cheese, like, oh, I'm going to have eggs and bacon. It gets really old.
Yeah, Keto Connect, Pinterest.
Yeah,
Those
you can
are
find
our
them.
main
Just
ones.
Google it, you'll find them. Tip number 5. This isn't even keto. This is just weight loss journey. Don't weigh yourself all the time. It's very discouraging.
Yes.
I weigh once a week, and I've had a minus every time.
Tip number 6.
What?
Meal plan. It'll be so much easier for you to stick to it if you have something in your fridge. If you don't have something in your fridge, you're going to go out to eat, and the temptation to get something not keto is going to be significantly higher. And the more often you have those temptations in front of you, the more likely you are to give in. Let us know in the comments if you want to see something specific about keto, because like I said, we've had a lot of friends and family and people asking us about meal plans and certain different things and what is keto and how is it different from Atkins and all these different questions, and we've tried our best to like give you a general idea of what that means for us, at least, because like we said, we're not professionals, but what we have made this into for ourselves. But if you want to leave a comment about what kind of video you want,
yeah, we can do
about
more videos
keto,
on
we
it.
can try.
Just kind of wanted to put one out there.
Yeah,
Little how.
because we're not trying to like
How we got
save
started.
our secrets.
No.
We want everybody to be healthy. So leave us a comment, like this video if you like some keto content, and make sure you subscribe. If you don't have an account with YouTube, just
You
put in
have
your
to have an email. Or if you don't, why are you living?
just put in your little email, log into a YouTube account, press that red subscribe button, and it'll make us feel like $1 million. It makes us feel so good when people say like, I've been watching your videos, or my kid loves to watch the vlogs.
Yeah.
We'll catch you on the flip side.